The Tesla Cybertruck, of course. Less a vehicle, more an A-list celebrity, hounded by the public and press wherever it goes. Every move recorded, every morsel of information chewed and inflated, every quote twisted and reinterpreted until none of it makes any sense. It's a self-fueling frenzy because every mention sends clicks rocketing. Every picture gets social media fizzing, either with anger or excitement. From the moment the Cybertruck concept was revealed to several billion guests in 2019, with Elon Musk's promises of production kicking off in 2021 and a $40,000 starting price, it's lurched from one very public problem to another. Design director Franz von Holzhausen smashing the unbreakable windows with a metal ball on stage was just a taste of things to come. There followed multiple delays, leaked engineering reports citing woeful soundproofing and dangerous brakes, Elon's now famous email to employees insisting the Cybertruck be built to sub-10 micron accuracy, because if Legio and soda cans, which are very low cost, can do this, so can we, as prototypes with panels gaps like rubby posts were rolling around on public roads. Finally, there was Elon's admission that we dug our own grave with the Cybertruck, and they probably won't hit fully ramped up production of 200,000 plus trucks a year at Jega, Texas until 2025. Is it really real? Yes. Stop rolling your eyes at the back. Customer deliveries began at the end of November 2023, and choices include the 845 BEP Cyberbeast tri-motor version we drove, costing $99,990 with a range of 320 miles, and a $79,990 AWD dual motor version with 600 BEP, 340 miles range, and 0-60 miles per hour in 3.9 seconds. In 2025, a RUD only single motor will arrive with 250-mile range and 0-60 miles per hour in 6.5 s. You can have it in any color you like, so long as it's bare stainless steel, and the entry price is $60,990 for that single motor truck. The tri-motor features 2 induction motors on the rear axle and a permanent magnet motor on the front. It can crack 0-60 miles per hour in 2.6 seconds, do an 11-second quarter mile. It weighs 3,100 kilograms and has a 123 kilowatt-hours battery. Tesla's biggest yet, claimed range of 320 miles is roughly in line with the Ford F-150 Lightning, although Tesla will offer an optional plug-and-play 50 kilowatt-hours battery extender, essentially the pack from a standard range Model 3, that bolts into the bed and takes away a third of your cargo space, but extends the range to 440 miles. The powertrain, which runs on an 800V architecture, a Tesla first, will charge at up to 350 kilowatts if you can find a V4 supercharger, and is entirely designed and built in-house by Tesla. Why does it look like that? For this, we must defer to design boss Franz von Holzhausen. We started unpacking existing pickup trucks and realized that the market hasn't changed at all. In the early days, we had a Lotus Esprit in the studio, the submarine car, and then started looking at what else was in the simplistic angular theme, stuff like the F-117 Nighthawk and the Countach. Like Gandini, we wanted to do something dramatic that changed everything. I had this simple idea right in the beginning, this exoskeleton idea, a low-resolution looking type of truck. And out of that side project, we made a full-size clay model to show Elon. And he's like, that's what we're doing. From an engineering perspective, Lars Moravi, VP Vehicle Engineering, had a slightly different take. When it was first introduced, there was a lot of consternation because when you look at the shape, the stainless steel, and Elon threw in that it had to drive like a sports car, but have all the utility of a pickup truck. Basically, we were sweating bullets. What's it made from? Stainless steel panels bolted directly onto a steel monocoque, forming a literally bulletproof exoskeleton. A truck that wears its toughness on the outside is the elevator pitch. As ever, getting Elon and Franz DeLorean gets jiggy with F-150 vision to actually work was easier said than done. Turns out it's really hard to bend stainless steel, and when you do bend it, you get orange peel marks on the crease, and here there's no paint to hide it, there's no stamping. The steel can only bend in one direction. So Tesla had to invent something new, a process called air bending, where they float the tool on a sort of high-pressure air hockey table, so it's not actually touching the surface when bending it. The steel used is a special grade because stainless is not actually stain-proof. It corrodes over time, so they had to add various elements to the mix to make it resistant, get that full hardness, and have just enough ductility to bend it. The big benefit, though, is supercar-like torsional stiffness of 45 km/day. There's no hemming, though, where you wrap the outer around the inner like in a traditional panel. Franz von Holzhausen explains, which means all the edges are exposed. They're chamfered, of course, to avoid dicing your fingers, but it takes some getting used to. Put it this way, you wouldn't want to slip in your garage and meet certain corners on the way down. Only one piece has a strip of rubber to protect you, the bottom edge of the frunk, because when open it's bang on head height. The bare metal and flat surfaces look spectacular in soft light, but attract fingerprints like moss to a flame, and in harsh, direct light you notice a rippling effect on the largest flat surfaces. Fear not, Internet, the tolerances and alignment have tightened for production, but there are quirks in the way the panels meet, look and feel, but it is built differently, and should celebrate the fact. What's the publicity station like? Like Taylor Swift has just rolled past on a unicycle wearing Lady Gaga's meat suit. The constant and intense attention this truck gets is unlike anything we've ever experienced. Even before we've left Tesla's design center car park, there are employees queuing up for selfies with it, and this is a vehicle they've been working on for several years. Whether in dumbstruck disbelief, mild anger, or breathless euphoria, there's a magnetism to it that's beyond the human brain's control. You have to take a look, take a picture, post a video, tell a friend, yell something, or just stand there, slack-jawed and rubbing your eyes. And yes, we like how the Cybertruck looks. We love how it sticks two fingers up to anything that's gone before, that it aggravates some people and fills others with a sense of wonder. We marvel how full of risk it is and how downright confusing it is to look at from just about any angle. It's barmy, not by adding wings and slashes and vents and stripes, but by setting fire to design convention and peeing on the ashes. It's brutal, not beautiful, but commits 100%. It's all in. We love that. We'd assume Toblerone will be filing a lawsuit any day. Can it do off-road tricky things? We are yet to test the Cybertruck off-road beyond a dusty lay-by, but the ingredients sound promising. Stuff like air suspension that has a range of 12 inches and all-terrain tires fitted as standard. There's an electronic diff so you can lock up the front axle, but with two motors on the rear axle controlling each wheel individually, you don't need one at the back, which does wonders for true ground clearance. Beyond the standard off-road mode, there's a bodice setting with a front/rear torque split slider for when only fast and really quite loose will do. The engineers were raving about its jumping ability when they took it for a hoon in Mexico. It can tow up to 5 tons, which will slice your range at least in half, so the extra battery pack is a must.